Initially, the journey to reach Schomburg's Peak, which is 3,012 feet, was supposed to start before lunch, but after a morning of arrow bow shooting and traditional go-karting in Latin, the trek started with tired legs late in the afternoon. It is at the mountain's bottom I met guide Roger Francisco, who lives in the Kumu village. He related all the dangers of the undertaking, one of which I was extremely hyped about, filled with enthusiasm that I could do easily, but my body got a rude awakening. This was far from easy, as I found out even before the start.
It looks great. Yeah.
I see you're cutting a lot of tree stumps here. What's the main purpose of that actually?
Oh,
yeah.
It's a walking stick to go up that assist you to climb.
Without these sticks, life will be very difficult, I assume.
Yeah, it could be difficult because you have to get a, you know.
Yeah, let's continue walking. So, for example, how long have you been doing this though?
Oh, I did more than 5 years.
5 years?
Yes, but climbing up and down, but not doing like I working as a tour guide. It's like doing prospecting the area, you know, the forest. So that's it.
Thank you.
For someone.
You born and grow in Kumu, Francis?
Yes, sir.
In all the years, about 20 years you said you've been doing this. Tell me, any injuries, what is the risk we should be thinking about as we head up to this track?
Oh, well, you see, you just gotta be careful because more going up to the more steep part, it's a big rock, so you have to be careful, you know. Now late hours like this, very careful with the poisonous snakes, like I said before, the spiders, and all creatures that have can affect us now, because we are in their home or their respected area in here, which is their territory. So we are exploring it sometimes. Many things that wouldn't accept we coming in, you know.
Understandable.
Yes.
For a bunch of amateurs, if you want to say, this is a big risk.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
I heard that, a big risk. Trekking the Kanuku Mountains at night.
At that, yes. At night, at this hour. Late hours.
So approximately, how long is it, you think it would average for us to get to the top? I know we aren't going tonight, but you know, if we were going straight, how long would it take?
It can take us like 3.5 hours to 4 hours to the peak. Yeah, direct to the peak. But that's how we are going. So we're going to camp now. We're going to take 1.5 hours.
Oh, tell me something. You've been there how many times to the peak?
Oh, more than 50 times.
You know, do you believe you've been doing this for 20 years? You believe that more of this should be doing by the indigenous communities, bringing persons from Georgetown, you know, at a rate to see and explore your culture, your life, where you live?
Yeah. I think that's good, and everyone is welcoming to explore or to know the beauty we have in the Kanuku, or a good experience that a person like you or others want to take us out. Okay?
So
that's it.
You know, just before we wrap up, some cues. When persons who are doing this for the first time, what are some things they should be doing? What they should be looking out for? What they should not be doing?
Oh. You don't cut any bush wild, leave without you knowing. You don't know. And like being alone in the jungle is a risk too, no? You have to get a companion. You have to abide the rules of the forest, because the forest you have secret.
Secret? What it means?
A secret thing that like.
Oh, secret.
Yeah. It have mysteries and so.
So what are some mysteries?
A mystery is like, example, I'll give you one example. Like, in the forest, in the mountain here, in this Kanuku, we have some big rainbow snake, they call it. The rainbow snake. He can attack you, but You can't see him. He's invisible.
Oh.
Spiritual. You understand?
It ever happened to anybody?
No. When we go sometime tomorrow, you will hear the signal he giving to us. You got a fine whistle voice that he is warning you that you got a strange smell in his territory, so he just like warning you that he is about.
Is that the smell?
The smell of our instinct of the person.
Oh.
Yes. So what is the thing we just do from your great grandfathers and so ancestors, what them just do most for like that, the invisible spirit before he attack us, let us say, no? But he wouldn't come to eat you or nothing, but it will be in spirit, you know? He's a spirit. So like if you didn't like you got a thing we just do. The customs what we just do. We got a tobacco, you make a tobacco, you light it. Smoke it, light it. So the smoke, the incense of the tobacco, it can get him in a calm way that where he will come and attack us, or you know. So he can welcome us through the tobacco, into the smell of that. You know, so it is our obligation that every time I come, I have to do that.
So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. Just now it's we stop. You know? So he will be okay with us and he can welcome you without doing badness. You know? In what ways he can attack you is like you wouldn't feel the spirit come and hit you so hard and you know, like that. What he can do, like when he hit you or whip you, lash you, how we said, nah? You wanna feel it now. When you reach down or go to your tongue, you start catching numbs or cramps or you know, a bad headache and all them things or certain things will start affecting you in your health. But you don't know. That's why in the Amerindian belief, why there is you know, bless them things. The Amerindian doctors just do you to cure you back in that way. Because sometimes, many times you can say a person to stay paralyzed. You know, it's like in have a way that women, if the female, they wouldn't come in the florist days when they have the menstruation. That is the main one. Yeah. And when things happen like that, one thing the shower just come now because it is a natural resource that where it's affecting the florist. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, lucky for us, it has never happened to you,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I assume it will not be happening anytime.
Yeah. So, but you just gotta be, you know, and be careful.
How much you love this though? I know you've done it numerous times, but whenever you hear that you have to make this trek up to the top of the mountain, how much do you enjoy it, knowing that you're gonna get to do this again?
100% because I love bush and I prefer to live in the bush. In the bush we have everything. Eat, drink, food substance, how we plant, you know, crops and all things. That's how we live with agriculture, or we do the agriculture. So that is it. So I love the bush life 100%.
I took about an hour to reach the camp for the night, and boy oh boy, it seemed an eternity with the heat, fading light, and trying to remember all the dangers Francisco spoke about. Myself and others on the journey settled in and set up camp. Luckily, there was a lovely stream to refresh. It was not then a movie in the city, but rather fireside stories about the Kanuku Mountains.
Alright, friends, I know this might sound a foolish question, but many times people look at bonfires as somewhere to gather around. But given earlier you spoke about the numerous challenges and dangerous obstacles, tell us what the reason why you would always like these bonfires here.
One reason
Yeah, well,
of it,
you tell us why you would always ensure to
oh,
light them here.
because of of our secure, huh? Because night we have many creatures that can come to attack us, or in many ways. They will say the jaguar, or even the snakes, the poisonous snakes, or the spiders, or different things that can attack us in that way. What is poisonous, no? So that's why we have this to keep them away, or they can frighten it and so. That is it.
Jaguar. Many persons in Guyana would cherish to see a jaguar in the jungle. Have you ever seen one?
Yes,
How
yes.
close have you been one?
Oh, like a couple meters, like they will say, like in the jungle we find them like 5 meters far from you. But many times then feel that you want to attack them, and so that, or them want to attack you, but you have the two person, not you alone. So then it's be scared, so they have to get away from you. So but you alone, they will attack you. So that's why at night we have the fire. So the fire is better that you can, move them away from us, keep them always.
Earlier you were giving us a bit of a quote-unquote scary story about the wild Indians
Oh,
that live here. Could you tell me more about that story?
oh, the wild Indian now, yes, but we call it Kanaimo. Kanaimo, no? Well, this wild Indian, we don't have communication with them like I was saying before. We don't have communication with them, but them try to come approximating to us like, no? But them is scared of us too, because remember we talk, them swimming us with clothes and so on, different, not like them, just a skin, So that's why. So like, what them is do most, like when I see you, them really want to know who is you, because you different than them. And remember, them is the jungle people. So them is jealous to us, we human. Say them is a human, but we don't have communication, or they don't have like the like how we have everything, social for them. So that them is always wild, always wild. They live in the bush many years, or they live in caves. You understand? So and they just come out at night. That is to feed, to get their food and so, or to attack anyone who is in their territory, in their area, no? So so.
Should we worry about them tonight?
No, not that. You don't really worry about it. I look after. I know how I can treat them in that way, as I was saying before, that I have to get it extra first tobacco and not smoke it really, but I make it and keep it. The smoke must, fade all over in the way, and they get the instant, the smell of it, no? So you can keep them calm, so they wouldn't come for attack no one, they wouldn't come for bad up. But you can hear them whistling, and it's whistle at night. Midnight, you can hear a whistle, a different whistle, that he just advising you that he are around, He is not liking that we get in the fire. He is not liking that we are around keeping the noise, which he is not accustomed listening to the noise every single day. Like how we didn't keep in the noise now at night. So they're gonna wake and they're gonna be to see Chris and we in each corners, Well, you can't see him. Remember,
He can see
yeah, he can see you, but you can't see him. But in a mistake, you can see him. You can see him, but in a movement, a fast movement. If someone pass, but you try to see back, you can't see him back no more. It's just a thing, a vision you can see fast, like a thing, no, a shadow. But he don't alerting you that have someone, So you have to keep alert with him. But if you see him face to face, it will be more bad for your health or for anyone. You can get sick, you can get fever, headache. It seems like you have a malaria or you have dengue or something, but it's not that. It's just because you see him and he see you, and it's bad. Or sometimes if you can't really able the power or the potential, you see a person, a different person, you can crap out, or you can You know, you can go on in that way just by looking at him. I know it because it have the patamunas in the jungles. Them is a short, more shorter than me. And the short and tough. They use a red paint in their face. The red face patamuna, they call them. Them is the baddest one in the jungle.
Have you experienced them in this jungle?
Yes,
Not in this
yes, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, you have them. In this jungle, have in this Kanuku. It have the two type. The two type. But
Are they
one
to the trail to the top?
all over. This is their city. This is their area. From the bottom to here and over, all over in this
So
Kanuku.
the same burden works to both of them, or is it a different strategy you have for the two different tribes?
Yeah, different. You have two different. How them act and how them live and
So
how.
what do you do with the patamunas then?
No, the patamunas, you just how you find, how you just know, or how we know it then, or we describe it in the jungle here, is because them, the patamunas, they just create some mud, pots, cup, and different type of things like you know, how you said a craft like he create. When we find them now, we locate it in here in the jungle. I sorry I don't have a place now can show you. We, the Amerindian, or anyone we take to our tourist people, you can never pick it up or touch his own. Remember, he marking his territory where he does live and stay. So he can make a mud pot or a cup or something he create and leave it right there. That is his territory. Nobody wouldn't come and touch it or break it. The moment you pick it up to take it to your home, something you can get sick, or one of your family can get sick, or if you have a child, your child could get sick and pass away. That is a payment with them, just for taking this thing to your home. But first thing, he will advise you. He will come to your residence and give you signal, you know, or he will appear in a way like how I show you, in a shadow, or like I live in the community. My dogs got back whole night, like someone coming, and you come out and shine and see like a thief coming, you know, you wouldn't see no one. Or sometimes someone will be knocking at your door, when you come out, it's no one, you know, like that. And he will keep in his noise, he will be keeping whistling. He got a fat whistle like, and he got a fine one. So he will keep advising you, and you can't sleep. He got a thing will keep disturbing you, you know. So because of what, he charging you for what you take from him. So the best thing, we don't take them things to your home, we don't touch it and all, you leave it the way it is. He is the master of them, who make it. You understand? So that is the one thing we have in the jungle is like that. But if you want to take it now and you don't believe in that, then you will see what is it, the sequence of what he will have to do with one of your family. That is the payment. He gonna kill your family in the ways he know, and fast in 1 hour, 2 hour, or even before and half an hour, the person gets sick and gone. That is it. You understand? That is the patamuna, how they rule it in here. It have the next type now, the Kanaimo. You know, he's a human person like us, you know, but them is the naked persons, you know. Where they live, they have on the big tunnels where they live, you know. They just come out at night. Then they see us right here all over, day and night, but you can't see them. Remember, they know how to hide. They know is their tongue down here. It's the city where they live here. Just like how we know the city in tongue, you can go that way, this way, you know, all them tracks and back tracks and like that. So, but them is dangerous.
I just have one more thing to ask you. Given all, in some regards, you would say, for talk people, these scary stories, why do you still make the trek and come up this side, given what could potentially happen to you? Despite you know what not to do, you know, it's still a risk to come these sides. Why do you do it?
Or why I do it? No, I do it because of my work. I do it surely for my work, and I know it is a risk we're doing like this at this moment. Huh? So, like how I said before, we will go doing are a risk that we having for our own life or our health. So I don't think it is a thing that I will continue doing it, you know, like that, because it's not the right way, I know, you know, because for all our protection, for everyone, not for myself, for everyone who is together, I think is the best way we do it in a good manner and a good way, not like how we come this tonight, like, you know, in that way. So I think for we must do it in a good daylight, you know, for that reason. So that is it for shortly, I'm telling you.
I will be the first to admit, sleeping that night under the stunning moonlight, every crack in a branch or a noise, you really believe we were not alone in the jungle. Up at the crack of dawn, I took the advice of the natives and refilled my bottles at the stream. Something tasted really refreshing with that water, possibly the boost to get me through what I knew would have been a brutal day. The race was now on, but couple steps in, I was really not in it anymore. Each stream, I ensured I made a pit stop with whoever was nearby to recharge. Those stops really did help me to recharge. The hissing sounds about I assumed had to be snakes. I had inquired from next guide, Declan Miguel, what happens in an unfortunate instance of a poisonous bite way up in the jungle.
To walking up here, I asked you about if persons get a bite from a snake or anything, because, you know, on our way up initially, there's a lot of talk about, you know, dangerous snakes up here. What could you do if someone gets bitten by a venomous snake?
The same to say thank you.
Which tree?
The same way.
Oh,
You feel it right, and it's like if you know water, you could chew it. Yeah. And the part of that time you feel the wood, right? And you bite it. You just make a bar, right? And you walk it in the bush.
Oh.
Go to snake, right? Yeah.
so how long they would keep you alive, or if you want to call it, at least enough time to get back?
Yeah.
Alright, on the journey we go again, and see how the next stream is difficult, but halfway now.
Yeah. We're going to say we're going to make it fix it. Make it. Make it work. Same as the other.
Alright, let's go.
As we inched closer to the summit, I kept seeing these markers. I knew it meant something significant. It did indeed. They were to signify the traditional 14 stations of the cross on Good Friday.
Well, the car is a station of the cross, right? On Good Friday, and Catholic believers just come and do the 14 station here. And it's each station, right? And they have this few mass. And on the peak now, they get the whole arm, because it's always in the corner.
Right here? Where is ours? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we could find it. Quite a walk.
Walking like not like what Jesus do, because touching cross and them thing, like what they'll do. And each station, they'll keep there.
So wait, just to clarify, somebody fetches across on the bottom of this mountain till here?
No, just make a little
Oh.
you know, yeah. Just to act like that. Yeah.
Alright, I guess we don't have much more to go.
You make we got only 2 minutes to cheer up on him.
Or 3 more minutes. Let's go.
The 14th station meant I was soon on the top, and I really could not wait. Finally I saw it, and I had a sign of relief that I reached the top. Gassed, tired, and drained, all the weary adjectives. I remember the line from the Home Alone series. Harry, I've reached the top. It was truly surreal seeing Guyana in all of its glory, untouched rainforest and what has to be the freshest air. As the cloud disappeared, the phones came out for the selfies. It was an accomplishment for the few who made it to the top. Certainly, there was still so much history to learn about the mountain, and Francisco shared what it meant for him to reach this point yet again.
Tell me about what Kanuku means now that you're actually here on the Schomburg's Peak.
Okay, Kanuku signifies, it is a Makushi language, and Kanuku signifies is mountain, yes. But it have a next name for it, and called Ramaikong-Pi in Makushi language. Ramaikong-Pi signify ants. The biggest ants is a giant ant from this mountain, from the Kanuku. So a story what come and bring it, Ramaikong-Pi, it is a ants. This one is an ants mountain. It have the ants creek. So the ancestors bring it up, saying this Ramaikong-Pi, it is the bottom or the bottom of the ants, the big ants. It is started from here, but as how we get it in the history. But from bringing from my great grand now, she said it is the face of the big ants. Yes, the biggest ants. You understand? So this Chamber Peak, it is a face of ants. Yes, like how I said before. So, but the name come of the Chamber Peak because of the priest was here before many years ago. Yeah. Well, so that's why the name Chamber.
So he came up here alone and no one ever found them actually according to the story you were saying.
Yes. So that's why I said have a statue right down. When you go down back, you can see it. From here we can't see it, but till down we can get the vision from there.
Well, you said something specifically about the rock itself, though. What is it specific about this rock, though? The rocks here, because many of them have some unique designs as well, especially those back that side.
Yes. Well, it have various signs like print, like an animal footprint in the rock, and like human, big, you know. Well, that is the natural resource. It signifies maybe many years the ancestors or the Amerindian are different tribes used to live before. So like they print it, or it is from the creation, let's say then. So I wouldn't be able to tell you how really or direct what signify that. You understand? But I know it is the Almighty do that. You understand? So He created. You know, so I wouldn't tell you about that print, about really, or details about that so much.
Finally though, this is beautiful.
Yes,
This
very
has-
beautiful.
Look, so for me though, where is Brazil from here? Because obviously I've lost a sense of direction since I've been up here a bit. Where is Brazil, and is that your village there?
Yeah, our village is right here in the bottom. That is the Kumu village. The Mokomoko village, we have the Napi, Parishara coming down, and also Letem, St. Ignatius, and we can see a big river, that is the Takutu River, that divide our border to Guyana and Brazil.
Oh,
Yes,
so that settlement there, that would be,
that is Letem.
that is Leto.
St. Ignatius below over here, coming more, and Brazil is over there.
Thanks for that. I guess now it's just to save up these views and power up energy to head back down.
Okay, that's it. I love it.
We had our fun on the peak and it's now back down. And while it took about 3 hours to reach the summit, it was a fast descent with the incline reversed. In just about an hour, I was back at camp. It was to pack up and ensure the place was clean in keeping with the rituals of the jungle. A dash of water to oust the campfire which burned the debris, I looked about once more and soaked up what had been an amazing experience. Of course, a quick selfie with the guides, and it was a trek back to civilization in Kumu after a fascinating experience in the Kanuku Mountains.